When my grandmother passed away, we thought we had only lost her. But when we opened her old box hidden beneath the floorboards, we realized we never truly knew her at all. The woman everyone loved. Margaret Collins was the kind of woman that made a room feel warmer just by walking into it. 71 years old. Silver hair always pinned neatly. Hands that smelled like lavender and flour because she was always either gardening or baking, sometimes both at the same time. Every Sunday, without fail, the entire family gathered at her house. Her pot roast was legendary. Her laugh was louder than anyone expected from a woman her size. And her hugs, God, her hugs felt like the safest place on earth. She had been married to our grandfather, Harold, for 44 years before he passed. They seemed like the perfect couple. Quiet love. Steady love. The kind of love that doesn't need to announce itself. She never remarried after Harold died. Never even looked at another man. She used to say, "When you've had real love, you don't go looking for substitutes." We all thought we understood what she meant. We didn't. 3 days after her funeral, my mother and I began clearing out her bedroom. It was supposed to be a simple afternoon. It wasn't. Behind the last row of clothes in her closet, pushed so far back you'd only find it if you were truly looking, was an old wooden box. Dark oak, brass hinges gone green with age, a small lock that had rusted completely open. As if time itself had decided the secret had been kept long enough, my mother looked at it for a long moment without touching it. "I've never seen this before," she whispered. We brought it to the kitchen table, set it down carefully like it might break, or like we might. Inside, a wedding photograph, but not of Margaret and Harold. A younger woman who was unmistakably our grandmother, standing beside a man none of us had ever seen. She was in a white dress, smiling the way we had never seen her smile, completely unguarded, raw, like someone who had no idea that life was about to change. On the back, written in her handwriting, "Thomas and Margaret, June 14th, 1974. A child's drawing, crayon faded. A house, 2 stick figures, a sun. In the corner, written in a child's messy letters, Mommy and me. A hospital bracelet, tiny, infant-sized. The name on it read, Baby Boy Collins Ward, March 3rd, 1975. And underneath everything, an envelope, sealed, her handwriting on the front. For my family, read this when I'm gone. I'm sorry it took me this long. My mother's hands were shaking so badly that I had to take the letter from her and read it aloud myself. This is what it said. My darling family, if you are reading this, then I have finally run out of time to tell you the truth myself. I was a coward about this for 20 years, maybe longer. I hope you can forgive me. Before your grandfather Harold, before the life you know, there was another life. His name was Thomas Ward. I met him in the summer of 1973. He was a school teacher. Quiet, funny, patient in a way that felt rare back then. I fell in love with him the way you fall asleep, slowly, and then all at once. We married in June of 1974. My parents did not approve. He came from a different background, a different world. But I was 22 and certain, and certainty can make you very brave or very foolish, and sometimes both. In March of 1975, we had a son. His name was Daniel. He was the most beautiful thing I had ever seen. He had Thomas's eyes and my stubbornness, and when he cried, the whole hospital knew about it. 3 months after Daniel was born, Thomas was in an accident. A drunk driver on a Tuesday morning. He died before the ambulance arrived. I was 23 years old. I had a 3-month-old baby. I had no money. I had parents who had told me, when I chose Thomas, that I was on my own. So I made the worst decision of my life. I gave Daniel up. I told myself it was temporary. I told myself I would get back on my feet and find him and bring him home. I told myself a lot of things that 23-year-olds tell themselves when they are drowning. But life moved. I met Harold. Harold was kind and steady, and he never asked too many questions. We built a life. We had your mother. And Daniel became the wound I carried silently for every single day of the next 47 years. I tried to find him, twice. Both times I got close, and then I pulled back. Because I was afraid. Afraid he would hate me. Afraid of what it would mean for the family I had built. Afraid of my own reflection. His birthday is March 3rd. I never forgot. Not once. There is a name and address in the bottom of this box. A private investigator I hired in 2019. He found Daniel. Daniel is 50 years old now. He lives in Portland. He has 2 daughters. I never reached out. I'm asking you to do what I could not. Tell him his mother loved him every single day. Tell him she was a coward, but she was never cold. Tell him the photograph of him as a baby, the one I kept hidden for half a century. It was the last thing I looked at every single night. I'm sorry. All my love always. Margaret. The kitchen was completely silent. My mother was crying in the way people cry when they don't have words. No sound. Just tears falling like they had been waiting a very long time to be released. I looked down at the box. Beneath the letter there was a folded piece of paper, the investigator's report, a name, an address in Portland, Oregon, and a photograph, a printed photograph clearly taken recently, of a man in his 50s standing in a garden with 2 little girls. He was laughing. He had silver starting at his temples. He had our grandmother's eyes. We called him 4 days later. The phone rang 3 times. Then a man's voice answered. Warm, a little uncertain. The way voices are when they don't recognize the number. Hello? My mother opened her mouth, closed it, tried again. Hi, she said. My name is Carol Collins. I think you might be my brother. There was a long silence on the other end. And then a sound, something between a breath and a cry. I always hoped someone would call, he said. I always hoped. Margaret Collins kept her secret for nearly 50 years. Not out of cruelty, not out of selfishness, but out of a shame. So deep it had calcified into silence. And a love so fierce she couldn't bear to damage the life she had finally built. She was imperfect. Deeply, humanly imperfect. But that box, and that heavy, hidden, rust-locked box, and was also full of something else. Proof that she never forgot. Proof that she never stopped carrying him. Some secrets aren't kept because people stop caring. Some secrets are kept because people care too much and run out of courage before they run out of time. If this story moved you, share it with someone who needs to hear it tonight. And if you have a secret you've been carrying, maybe today is the day.